we really, I think, need to be thinking about not just one good adult, but
Mm,
trying to find connections for people to many good adults.
mm,
And really to a network for life, which may be composed of former carers, positive actors in the birth family network, maybe work colleagues or former work colleagues. Done some research on young people's entry into from care into work, and like not just after 18, but
mm,
before 18. Voluntary work, summer work, whatever it was, delivering the newspapers or any of these things, some of which, of course, are kind of going out of fashion, I think. But anyway,
mm,
the point is that sometimes in their stories, these young people said, "Look, I made friends with the boss. He did lots of things for me in my life
mm.
afterwards."
Yeah.
Um, you know, you could spend a lot of time trying to find a connection. Many people do make a connection with.
Mm,
My impression is that in a journey in foster care in the American sense of alternative care, there may be one carer that you make a special
mm,
connection with along the journey. But for some of the young people who find it hard to make those connections, finding an employer or a colleague in a workplace who turns into a lifetime friend is a
mm,
big win. Because actually, or building friendships is not a simple matter. Sure, it's not. And they tend to happen very often in the younger life. And if you haven't
mm,
made the friendships, where do we make them in school very often sometimes. But young people in care moved around the schools, so often
mm,
the friendships are disrupted by care. Well, it's kind of an irony, isn't it? We step in to
mm,
make life better, and we
mm.
actually maybe disrupt some of the good things that are there already.
Yeah. It's there's a lot in there, Robbie, but I think the really powerful message that I'm taking from what you're saying is that perhaps sometimes we spend too much time on the developing of the relationships with the people who are caring for the children at this point in time. Um, and what we need to be also turning our mind to, because we have a saying here in Australia, it's probably comes from Ireland, given the number of Irish that came here, that you've got to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. Um, but the powerful message that I'm hearing and what you're saying is that we need to have an eye to their future and to developing pathway or supporting, recognizing and supporting and encouraging pathways to a future, which is a really poignant issue because there's a lot of concern about what happens to young people in care when they turn 18, and a lot of dissatisfaction around the observation that they're really, the statutory organisation pulls back or pulls out, and the children, often our children, are left to really flounder at that point in time. And were we to be more balanced in terms of our efforts prior to them turning 18, insofar as not only you need to get along with the people you live with, but you also need to get along in the world, and you need to make those real connections that facilitate that.